Yeah. Yeah, you're live now, so I don't know what's going on, everybody. But all right. So, Bev, give me a minute. Let me. I'll put. I'll, yeah, we're live right now. We're live. Yeah, you better get off. All right. All right. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are live, and we have some technical difficulties. Technical difficulties, unbelievable technical difficulties. But let's see. I don't know if we'll be able to do it. I don't know if we'll be able to do it, but let's see if we can do it. Sometimes when things happen, the show wants to go on, and so we're gonna do the best we can with what we got. So the problem is that there is a problem with my streaming service, so that is why we have we're not connecting. Until I get that situation rectified, um, this is all we got. You know what I mean? This is really all we got. So just for giggles and just to start it off, let's start it one more again, and let's try to make it work. This is like it really is. Hello, and welcome to another edition of Like It Really Is. I am so very sorry we had technical difficulties, and we're still having technical difficulties. So, just please hang in there with us. We're trying to make this work. Um, we just have a couple of bumps in the road, but, we do the best we can with what we got. And right now, you won't be able to see my face, but I'm going to just try to just, make it work for today. And we're going to figure out what had happened tomorrow. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Because, I hate to leave you guys hanging. Some of you have been waiting, and I've been waiting too as well. And so um, I just feel that, maybe we should just keep it going. You know what I mean? Do the best we can. Anyway, listen, it's a great day. It was a great day today. Uh, and a lot of things have happened in our communities and all over the world. Changes have happened all over the place. And today we're going to have a little bit of a conversation. I did want to show you a lot of pictures and go through some stuff with you. So maybe it's okay that I do it like this. And if it doesn't seem right or look right, I'm just going to erase and delete the whole thing and wait till we fix this thing and come back again. I just didn't want to have you guys just um, waiting on the side there. All right. All right. Sounds good. Great. Want to welcome Bev. Thank you, Bev, for being here and the support. I appreciate it. Uh, if you would like to be a part of our program or you'd like to get notifications when we do come on, please feel free to go over to YouTube, and Like It Really Is with your boy Maurice. You can use Bamboo if you want. Those who know me for either or, whichever, it doesn't really matter. We're here in the building. Like I said, we are having some technical difficulties, so we would appreciate it if you guys just bear with us um, today. All right, all right. So while I get prepared behind scenes to give you guys what you need for today, I need a little backup and a little bit of time. So I'm going to call on my boy Tony Roan to come in with his commercial, and we're going to set fire to the place. I'm going to go over to Facebook, get you guys set up. You know what I mean? Today was just one of those days, but that's all right. The show must go on. We got to keep it pushing, y'all. All right, listen, if you need some shirts or anything like that, and you have a special design in mind, feel free to check out my man, I Am Unlimited, Tony Roan. He's got this shirt. Step your shirt up. Okay, just hit him up. Get a pen. Right after this, get the information. We'll be right back. We're having technical difficulties today, so hey, hang with us. The show must go on, right? Yes. Once again, this is Like It Really Is with your boy Maurice. I'm in the building. Listen, technical difficulties have come upon us today. No camera. Oh my God. Listen, when it rains, it pours, and when it pours, it rains. I want to say what's up to the chat room. What's up there? Spoiled Princess with a Heart. Is that Spoiled Princess with a Heart? Yes, it is. And Beverly is in the building. Thank you all for tuning in. We're gonna get all this information up for you guys ASAP. Yes, we are. We're definitely gonna get this information up for you ASAP. So thank you everyone for being a part of this live. Everybody on Facebook that's there. Everybody in my group. Uh, Big up to you guys. Blessings to you all. Today's a big show. We're going to talk about a little bit of history, talk about my town, my town they call Yonkers. And this is coming from my perspective of Yonkers. Um, I must say one thing. I wasn't born in Yonkers, but I came to Yonkers in 1973. And when I came to Yonkers, it was a place where it was nice. It wasn't the Bronx. It was different. The energy was different. It seemed a lot more laid back and relaxed. You know, our parents felt like, we came from the Bronx, the projects, and you know, we had a better life. It was different, that sense of camaraderie, you know. But little did we know about this town called Yonkers. Little did we know about this place. We didn't do too much research on this town called Yonkers. But not only that, oh my goodness. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to give you a little bit of history about this town they call Yonkers. Very, very interesting. I hope you guys are seeing all of my chats. I just want to make sure everybody's tuned in the right way. All right. Thank you, Beverly and Spoiled Princess with a Heart, handling everyone in the chats. Appreciate you. Let me continue to continue this story. All right. So this here is Yonkers. Years and years ago, back in maybe I don't know, maybe 1920. Very different kind of place, different kind of atmosphere. We weren't around when this was around. We didn't know this part of this time of Yonkers. This was a long, long, long time ago. You know, this is only 20 minutes away from the Bronx. This was Yonkers. This right here is North Broadway. Years and years and years ago. Now, Yonkers came a long way from this point here, this part of Yonkers, this time of Yonkers. Now, remember, I came from a place of, from the Bronx, right? This is where we were in the Bronx. This is the environment and the thoughts and the mind frame that we were in the Bronx, and I can't take anything from that. Um, Here, let me do something real quick, y'all. Stand by. Okay, so now let me tell you the story. All right. Now, this is where it came from. The starting, the beginning of the Bronx, the beginning in the Bronx. This is what I saw. Right? The gangs, the baby spades, the black spades, the Zulu nations. But see, we went far, far back, and we talked about the way Yonkers used to be. And now I'm going to bring you a little bit forward, right? So that you can see that a young kid like me in the Bronx growing up, I had a dream, living in the Bronx. There were fires, the streets burnt down, people were doing backflips off of mattresses. It was a whole different environment and a whole different world. A whole different world. Okay? Just being out there was dangerous. But as a kid, we kind of grew to understand that this was what it was, and we had to deal with it. Now, remember, in those days, as you see, the buildings were burnt down, and that's what happened. A lot of these buildings were burnt down. The struggle. Now, a lot of people would say, that the Jewish people, or not Jewish people, I'm sorry, not Jewish people. The Jewish people, came to our areas, and they bought up a lot of property. And, we appreciated that. And not just that, there was Irish, and, and so there was a point in time where I guess that a lot of people felt like these buildings were no good for whatever reason. I don't want to get too deep into that one. Now, I'm going to go very quickly with this, right? This is not going to take up a lot of your time, but it's going to take up some of your time. All right. Now, as a kid coming up in the Bronx, this is what we seen. This is where we were. This was the time. Okay. Trying to understand about the racism that was going on back then as a child, you know, that was a challenge. That was a challenge. Seeing our elders fighting for something as a child, it was a challenge. I had the chance to be here in this time to actually see and be a part of this lifestyle. And this began the birth of hip hop. Through all the struggles that we went through in the Bronx, this is where a lot of the hip hop started. But it didn't just start there. It started in this town 20 minutes away called Yonkers. So again, we had a dream. Family had a dream, and we moved into Yonkers, and we saw an opportunity. My brother Mark, rest in peace, was a kind of like a Mr. Fix-It guy. He always had turntable, mixer, speakers, always DJing, always trying to put things together, make sounds, come out on the speaker so that people can dance. Some people ask the question, where did hip hop come from? It came from that thought of wanting to be outside listening to that music with the disco and stuff like that was coming through. And I don't know if we would say disco, but I can talk about like people like Earth, Wind and Fire, Serpentine Time, stuff like that. We wanted to hear that music loud back then. And so thus came the turntables and the mixer and the creation of hip hop. Now, just to jump a little bit forward, let's go to Yonkers, this small town, as we said, right? 20 minutes away from the Bronx. Not even 20 minutes away from the Bronx. There's a borderline right on the Bronx and Yonkers, right there. You can put your foot over the borderline and you'll be in Yonkers, or you put your foot over the other way and you'll be in the Bronx. Now, this little town, this little lovely town of Yonkers had their little, I don't know how I would say it. They had their little tricks and things that were going on before we even came there. Communities, communities were pretty much in control by a family. It wasn't the hip hop family, but it was a family, right? And so, as we've lived in Yonkers from that era of 1973, and coming from the Bronx, it wasn't new to a person like me or my brother that we had struggles. And these were some of the struggles that we had. There was a control issue going on. Now, this picture here, you see Warburton Avenue, the old Warburton Avenue. Let me clear this up for you. This is the old Warburton Avenue, Yonkers, New York. Can you tell me anything about that picture? Do you see anything in that picture? Well, I see something in that picture. There's a lot of good fellas. A lot of good fellas in Yonkers. Yonkers had a history of um, birthing the good fellas, a controlled city with their own law. Well, not their own laws, but you would say that had their own laws because they were separate from the tri-state area, pretty much considered from people in the New York area, Bronx and Harlem, as, oh, you live upstate? Oh, you live in Yonkers? You got to remember, you got to say it with that Yonkers. Yeah, yeah. And thus that came. Now I know I'm going to jump over the place a little bit, but there's a reason for me jumping because see, I don't know if everybody knows the real legends of hip hop. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to start from this point on to give you guys some information because I feel like with my next guest in a few couple of weeks, we are going to kind of get to the point and kind of bring light to some of the unsung rap artists, hip hop artists, singers that come out of Yonkers. But in order for me to bring that to you, you have to understand Yonkers, right? Now, I don't put both with the other, but I think that is important that when people people look at Mary J. Blige and DMX and Locks and they say you come from Yonkers, that's a different town. You know, tell me more about it. What is Yonkers? What kind of a place is Yonkers? What kind of an energy comes out of Yonkers? Well, this there was a family there before the minority had came into this town and they had their own way of life to sort of, I guess. And they pretty much had it under control. And there were some people that were of the African American diaspora that were in this town, and they saw a lot of the racism and that old saying that I always say that I say is foot on neck mentality. Now, I don't down, you know, Yonkers. It's a nice place. We had the luxury of having Howard Johnson's, right there on Central Avenue, beautiful place. When you come back from the parties or the hip hop parties, um, I don't know how many people went to Howard Johnson's, but I know some people did. Ones that were into the I think this was the fish place, if I'm not mistaken. But Yonkers had its own everything. We had clubs, we had our own kind of feeling going on. Now, again, mind you, this whole town of Yonkers is um, kind of you know controlled, controlled by a family. I'm trying to step across this very delicately so that I don't step on anyone's toes or make anybody feel like I'm coming against this town for Yonkers. Because you know what? I love Yonkers. I love the whole memories that I had from this town. Now, they also gave us gimbals, you know. This is where everybody went to shop, or not everybody, but this was like where a lot of people went to go get their clothes. You know, a lot of stuff. Let me check out what's going on in the chat real quick. All right. Okay, okay, okay. I see you guys over there. All right, okay. All right, so let me continue. Um, okay, all right. So whoever comes in first will do the writing, and the ones that will, the ones that comes in after will probably help with the taking out of people that are um, spamming us. Hey, Nita, how you doing? How's everything? Blessings, blessings and love. Okay, I just want to say hello to everybody in the chat. All right, blessings to you all. All right, so let me continue. Um, Once again, they gave us this gimbals, and this was the shopping area for um, this is was the shopping um, for this town, and it's what we had. We dealt with it. We had a movie theater. Everything was there. You know, for us. There's a lot of pictures that I would like to show, and this is one of them here. And if I'm not mistaken, this here used to be a movie theater in Yonkers, and this used to be the only movie theater, if I'm not mistaken. If that's the place, I'm not sure because I see an angle on the hill, but um, there was a movie theater that we did go to. Um, that was people that were in the immediate area, and that's where, I saw Beach Street at, and all that stuff. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. If you guys know in the chat, if I'm wrong, that is what's up, Ernest? How you doing? If I'm not mistaken, I'm if you're from Yonkers and if I'm not mistaken, that was the movie theater. If I'm not mistaken. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going. All right. So again, we had our own places. We didn't have to come downtown to New York City. We didn't have to go to New York City um, uh, to uh, to have fun. Everything was in Yonkers. This is just basically what it was, and so birth these big buildings, Riverview Towers. You know, this is a place where they house a lot of multicultural people, and it felt good. It felt like a place, um, for us to actually to live and dwell. Now I'm getting a little sideswiped because I'm looking at the chats. Um, um, Let me see this one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. So anyway, let's continue on with our venture and the conversation. We got some stuff going on in the chat, but we have some interesting stuff, even more to talk about. So uh, let me just touch on this. There's a lot of things that people don't know about Yonkers. I know I'm jumping from one thing to another, but there's a reason why, because I want to get to a certain point, and I don't want to stay on one thing for a long time, right? So we already understand that this town is a connected town, right? Very, very connected. Actually, I have some friends that I know that are from here, and they do what they do. Wheels roller skating ring used to be, a place where we used to go roller skating, and rappers used to come there, like um, And they used to showcase talent. They used to showcase breakdancing talent, and they used to have parties in this place. So, I mean, Yonkers and Mount Vernon has a large history in hip hop, right? And it comes from a lot of the people that are in this town, right? And let me just continue to go. Let me go back because when I digress, I can grasp a hold of it. Okay, just want to make sure that everybody's doing good in the chats. Everybody's okay. Let's just everybody just be easy and have a great, 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 great evening today. Let's just show love. This conversation is so deep for me because, to really tell you honestly, um, I feel like I can't tell the whole story of hip hop without actually telling you the story of Yonkers and you know some of the entities that um, that were in this town. A lot of people say, Yonkers got a dark cloud over it. So I would say somewhat yes, somewhat no. But there's one thing that did happen in Yonkers that caused a dark cloud to, well, I feel dark cloud came over Yonkers. And that was when this gentleman uh, got arrested, or when he was doing his work. This is Dave Berkowitz, and he was caught um, killing people in New York City. And there's a little story with him, and maybe I will get into that right now, but I will take a break, right? Because maybe I need a break, and we will come back. Once again, everybody, I'm sorry about the camera situation. We were having technical difficulties, but I still want to go on with the show. Um, Definitely want to go on with the show, and but I do want to take a little break so I can continue this um, conversation about this part of Yonkers that you guys don't really probably know about. I'll be right back right after these messages, all right?
We gon' do it like this, like this. Do it like this, like this. I'm gonna do it like this, like this. Do it like this, like this. Yeah. Relationships coming, I gotta watch out. To see if they plotting, to see if they want it, I gotta watch out. Getting older now, getting up there now. Still looking for the snakes. I got a lot to say. Heard you if you got your own. Heard you, independent woman. Turn up, but she on her own. Turn up, yeah, she know what she doing. She know what she doing. I'm assuming she know what she doing. So drunk a friend, had to call her Uber, but at the same time, dude tryna scoop her. Nah, he don't really wanna scoop her. Get the gist of what I'm saying, try to use her. Get the gist of what I'm saying, try to use her. Watch out for the people tryna use ya. Watch out, gotta watch out. Watch out, gotta watch out. Watch out. Y'all boys wanna act up and act tough, but try to snatch us up. Oh no, I had to pull up, snatch y'all night to pull up. Wanna do it like this, like this, like this. Do it like this, like this, like this. Do it like this, like this. Do it like this, like this. Yeah. Hold up, wait a minute. Don't judge me if I'm being skeptical. I just wanna know, yeah, your intentions. Cause I gotta know, yeah. Is it wrong for me to think about my feelings? Is it wrong for me to tell you how I'm feeling? I'd rather keep it 100 and you do the same. Cause honestly,
Okay, we're back. All right. So listen, I don't want to get confused with the conversation and talking about hip hop and talking about Yonkers. I want to talk about Yonkers real quick, and then we'll get to the hip hop part of it. All right. So for those who don't know about Yonkers, this gentleman here, Dave Berkowitz, was caught um, murdering people, and this gentleman is from Yonkers, and a lot of his work started in a place called Untermeyer Park in Yonkers. Now, this is probably the scariest place you probably want to go, but it's very, very real. And things that happened there were very, very, very crazy. And I want to show you something. I want to share something with you. And I want to give you a little bit of insight about Yonkers and its history, its past. And I cannot, what the heck is going on? Okay, this is different. All right, so here we go. All right, so I don't know what's going on, but it's actually, this program is taking me through a world. All right, let's try to. All right, we're having a little technical difficulties, people, because we came in on this whole thing kind of messed up because you know trying to get the technical aspect of it together. You know, so just bear with us while we get the the footage together, because all that stuff is important for you guys to see. I want you to take a look at it. Oh, sorry about that one. All right. Okay, let's see if we can play this now. And I really okay. All right. So let's continue. Just had a small situation there, but we're cool. All right. So let's see if we can play this here and get it started. Now, I don't want to really put up, you know, the words, but I'm going to play the video so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Now, this is Untermeyer Park, as you can see, in Yonkers. Pretty desolate, a place where the man that actually built this place, his picture's going to come up. I don't really want to say his name because I don't feel like he really deserves any credit. But this is a place where people were worshiping evil, devil worshiping. This place was built by Greystone, which now also has a facility in Yonkers. It used to be, this is the way Untermeyer Park used to be years ago. This is how it was in the beginning. And this is how it turned out to be after. Now, this man, I don't want to really say his name, doesn't really deserve that much credit. But again, we're talking about the destruction of that beautiful scenery, and this is what's left. And it's always been known that Untermeyer Park was a pretty spooky place, but there was a lot of sightings that there were people um, burning wood, and there were a lot of fires in the background. Um, There was a hospital that was right next. right next to this place here, and they used to cite, they used to see fires being made in the nighttime. Now, this is some rare footage so that you can actually see what this place looked like. And it's still here to this day. And this is where David Berkowitz was doing his worshiping at. You know, this is what they believed in. And there were people that lived in this area, rich people, that believed in it too. So just imagine living in an area where people somewhere in that area were devil worshiping. Now, I had a firsthand experience of speaking to someone that knows very well and has been in this part and has seen some rituals go on. So this is factual. This is not a myth. And this right here is the writing. You can go back and you can check that out. This is some of his writing, Dave Berkowitz. So a lot of people, you would think that police would, do something about that situation, but who knew if the police were involved in this too as well? You can go in history and you can find out that everything that I'm telling you is true. He used to live on North Broadway in Yonkers. And just imagine you going in and out of your house, taking out the garbage, and the son of Sam is your neighbor. It's a crazy thought. So Yonkers had a lot of different energies and entities that made it difficult for the African diaspora, African American people, people of minorities and stuff like that as well. So I just wanted to throw that piece of information to you so that you can know that there are some interesting things that go on in this town called Yonkers. All right, so I swear we are having technical difficulties today, people, but I wanted to come here on the show and just do it. I'm a kind of person that I know people are waiting, and I know you guys wanted to see something, and I wanted to give you something. So I appreciate everyone in the chats. Let's go to the chats and see who's talking. I thank you, Small Princess, for with the heart for helping out. I appreciate you. Nita, how you doing? I hope everything is well. Bev, thank you so much again. We're good. Les Love is in the chat over on Facebook. Ernest is in the chat on Facebook. Shout out to them over there. Once again, we'll be having Les Love come up to the show, and he will be telling his story about his group and his experiences with hip hop, the growth of hip hop, the birth of hip hop in Yonkers. He has done many different things in Yonkers, and I'm looking forward to having that conversation with him and kind of pick his brain. This brother has been around for a long time, throwing parties, hip hop icon, originally of the group Solo Sound back in the days. So when we talk about hip hop, this brother knows a lot of the story of what's going on. He also has done work with Harlem Lanes Radio. I'm sorry. And we Shout out everyone that's on that team. But again, this is the group that was the first group that actually made it. Made it. Make when I say make it, I would say make. They made a record. And that's big. That's huge. And we're gonna have a conversation with them. And shout outs to Easy E. Blessings. Back in the days, it was different. It was another life. It was another world. We grew up differently. Back in those days, and we made the best out of what we had. You know, it was a different time than today. Shout outs to the Leon's nightclub. You know, yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of history in Yonkers, and shout out to the other groups that also came out in Yonkers. Um, I want to reach out to you guys too as well. I hope you guys, are uh, willing to come up and do an interview, and we'll talk about some history. But yes, we'll definitely be having that interview with um, Let's Love, and also shout outs to Sean Ski out there in Atlanta. He was the one of the singers from the Force MDs, and he's going to be on in a couple of weeks too as well. Um, Definitely want to give a shout out. He's all the way over there to the end over there. Uh, I guess if you're looking at the TV, he's on your left. He's going to be coming on. If you look, he's right there in the. I don't know if you can see my pointer there, but that's where he is. He's going to be coming on, and we're going to have a conversation with him. Now, once again, like I said, Yonkers, believe it or not, has a lot of history. And I guess that's the point that I'm trying to say to you guys is that Yonkers has a lot of history that hasn't been talked about. And I think that, it's necessary that we talk about it. I mean, if you want to know what Yonkers looks like in different areas, this is it. This is it. This is our part of Yonkers. This is the life. Wasn't that bad. It wasn't that crazy. It was Yonkers. You know, it was just a different feel. This is my old place. This is where I used to live at. This is excuse me, Riverdale in Yonkers, and this is where hip hop started for me. So we're gonna definitely be talking about these kind of things, and I'll be giving you some um, more information about the history of hip hop and the people that have paved the way, the people that have paved the way in hip hop today. And I feel like it's important to give these people their flowers. So again, you want to tune into that show. That show is going to be off the hook. We're going to be doing a lot of different things. So um, definitely hang in with us um, to see that as well. All right. So anyway, people, I'm definitely over here having technical difficulties for sure. But you know what? It's okay. I'm here. We're here. We're doing our thing, and no matter what, the show must go on. Right now, if you don't know that Yonkers has always been famous, let me hit this, give you this kind of information. If you There is a book out called Lost in Yonkers, and when that book came out, I don't know. I don't know who wrote this book or did the play, but to me, I don't even know if they this play really goes side by side with what's really what it really means to be lost in Yonkers. So there is definitely a lot of history in Yonkers, going back all the way back to the 1920s, 1800s, and so on and so on. And some of the biggest problems that are faced in these small towns is that everybody knows everybody. And that can sometimes be a downfall. That can sometimes be a downfall. But these gentlemen rose to the occasion. They started putting in the work a long time ago. I personally don't think that people should allow these people that have paved the way to not be spoken on, or they're not giving their flowers for what they've done. After all that we've seen in Yonkers, from the segregation, let me see what you guys are saying. Okay. All right, you guys are good over there? Okay, did people walk through that? Okay, questions. I'm sorry, y'all. Questions. Did people walk through that park, or was it just cars? No, there was no cars allowed over there. There was uh it was just you park your car on the outside and you walk in. Yeah, that's for sure. Any more questions about that park, Untermeyer Park? Any more questions about David Berkowitz? Feel free to ask. I am here. How you doing, Nita? I hope your mother's doing well. I hope she's doing well. Blessings to you. All right. So listen, what I want to try to do, the purpose for me talking about this is because I kind of it leads up to something even greater, and that is through being that there has been negatives that have come out of this town, and the history of segregation, racism, through the police departments, through the courts, we still found the joy or the energy or the mindset to get to take two turntables and put them together, come together as a people, and work together to do hip hop. Now, my point is this battle that we have with each other, this fight that we have with each other, this rapper don't like this rapper, this group don't like this group, um, this person's getting paid more, this person ain't getting paid, or you know, if we look at everything that we have gone through in this town called Yonkers, from you losing a friend of mine's, Malcolm X's wife, on North Broadway in Yonkers, we have to find it in ourselves to come together and show respect to the people that paved the way. Because they made their way. Why can't we make our way? There is so much blood, sweat, and tears in Yonkers. That there is no reason for us to be against each other. So what I'm asking, if not today, but tomorrow, if you can pick up the phone and call that person that you haven't called for a long time, and let them know, listen, let's squash that. Let's work this out. Let's change the narrative. Let's bring our brains and our heads and our bubbles. Let's stop being lost in Yonkers. Let's stop having a fat head and thinking that, come together with us. Don't be mad because we started first, or we put the footwork in first, and who put the footwork in and who put the knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. All that's left is the microphone. Where am I going with this? I love Yonkers. Yonkers is a place that I would move to and live my life. And being that I know so many people there, the love that we used to have, it was in like it is now, but we had love for each other somewhat. There was some sense of love, even though we were separate. There was some sense of love. But what I'm seeing throughout this last 20 years, there hasn't been that much love. And the people that have started this thing from whence we came is not talked about today. You have to know where you came from in order to know where you're going. Oh man, I don't know if you guys hear me talking. I usually have me some. Oh, there we go. There we go. You got to know where you come from in order to know where you're going, because if not, you're going to be lost in Yonkers. Well, Maurice, why did you have to go all the way to the Bloomingdale's to come all the way here? Because I had to go back in order to know where we going. Because see, when you look back and you see where we came from, what we've seen, I'm talking about Yonkers now. We have to go in a direction that's going to be fulfilling and strengthful and positive and motivating and lifting each one up. Shout outs to Mary J. Blige, shout outs to the Locks, and shout outs to DMX. Rest in peace. DMX. Tough story. When I was in my downtime, in my space of addiction and stuff like that, I and DMX came together. And in that midst, he pulled me to the side and he asked me, he says, Bamboo, why are these people doing this to me? Why are they hurting me like this? And then the only thing that I had to say to him at that time was, do you remember what they did to me on the movie Beat Street? And so that was just a portion of me and his experience. It went a lot deeper because Yonkers, let me tell you something, Yonkers, DMX started a long time ago before he even came out. I'm talking about the Leons, and I'm talking about, you know, Brown Eyes, I'm talking about the Elks Lords, I'm talking about, you know, was it a Blue Flame? I'm talking about, you know, I don't know if he was rapping back then, the Blue Flame, but because that goes back a little bit far. But there is a lot of history in Yonkers. You people that are new to my channel, stick around because, you know, a lot of this information that we give on this channel is positive information, but at the same time, we're giving you the truth. You want to know about Yonkers? You want to know, you really want to know? I don't think you really want to know. But I'll tell you this. Yonkers has history. All right, y'all. Love is love, yo. You know how it is. This is the Like It Really Is platform, and we just doing our thing. Camila is in the building. What's up? Let's have a little fun. Let's have a little fun. Let's talk to the chat. What's up, Jamila? All right, listen, everybody. You know, if you want to coincide with the chats, you will probably have to go and be in on YouTube in order to see all these beautiful, beautiful women that I have in the chat room. You know, they are supportive, and we got some men in the chat room too. Don't get me wrong. Now, we got some men up in here, but we'll start them off one by one. Hey, Bev, tell everybody hello. Everybody introduce yourself and say hi to all of the people that are on the other platforms that can't see you on this platform. You don't know what's going on, sweetie. Yeah, we just talking about Yonkers and where I came from, a little bit of my story, a little bit about, you know, what I've seen in Yonkers. Yeah, well, she said Black History Month. Yeah, I guess you could call it Black History Month, but, you know, it's also Black awareness. You know what I mean? You know, just, you know, us as a people, we have to be aware of what we do to each other, and we have to be aware of, you know, where we came from, and you know where we're going. And I know this is all mixed up, but it all means one thing. It just means unity. UNITY. Queen Latifah said it better. You know, and I think we do better with unity. You know, everybody can't be a boss, but you know, we don't want the boss to take over and do the wrong thing either. So we got to get a good boss, somebody that we can trust. Yeah, trust is rough. Yes, yes. This is Like It Really Is. And listen, we're gonna go straight to another clip of this young man, this brother. I give this kid respect. I like his music. He's so raw. Little legend in the building. This is Like It Really Is. I'll be right back.
legend has awakened. When you're hearing me, history in the making. So concentrated like I'm doing meditation. Flow so sick, had to take some medication. Gone for a while, I was on vacation. But thanks to the fan that have been sitting here waiting. So it's my time to shine, no faking. Just look what I'm creating, the world is here for my taking. I got it shaking and quaking, no time to listen to Satan. My songs got different interpretations like paintings. These critics are pigs, so I'm cooking some bacon. Add a little curry to it like I'm Jamaican. I'm just trying to stop the violence. I'm not violent, cause I don't wanna hear them sirens and the violence. Cause someone was made silent due to someone having a gun and firing. Then all the ignorance does is admire it. And the kids wanna follow and get to trying it. But I never was caught up in the cycle. Got people listening to me like I'm the Bible, listening like I'm the Torah or Quran. I've been doing this for way too long. I'm so raw, I've been sitting in the freezer, measuring my swag, got it going off the meter. Measuring my swag, got it pouring out the beaker. And when it comes down to this, I be feeling like the teacher. Be so sick like it just caught a fever. And I'm killing it, they're calling me the Grim Reaper. Nowadays the journey to the top is getting steeper. So as they get closer, they start getting weaker. Y'all loving it, got your ear to the speaker. And they following me like follow the leader. But it's okay, I'ma take it as a compliment. Then people ask where do I get my confidence. Basically I turn your compliments into confidence. And I won't stop cause it's not in my consciousness. Yeah, turn your compliments to confidence. And I won't stop cause it's not in my consciousness. It's a little something, a little something, a little something.
All right. That was Little Legend. And he was doing his thing. Oh man. All right, here we go. All right, so that was Little Legend. You know, I always try to showcase talent. If you have any talent and you have some clean music and you have your stuff together, send me an email and I will play your music on my platform. Remember to make it radio ready and we will play your music on this channel. If you would like to do bike tours in the summertime, sign up now. We have a list already. We have 50 people already on the list, signed up already for the bike tours for the summertime. So get your spots. Those tours will be around New York City, and it's going to be a heck of a time. So get ready for that. All right, let's go to the chats and see what's going on. All right, Zamila, how you doing? I hope that you're doing good at work. I hope everything's going well. I hope you're taking care of yourself. Let us know about the COVID situation in Bliss. Is it very high or are the numbers going low? We'd like to know that. Let me just change this here for you guys.
City. Love for my city. Yeah, I got that love for my city. Hot in the summer, in the winter like a freezer. The city never sleeps, so I don't sleep either. Love for my city. Yeah, I got that love for my city. Get it. Yeah, I got that love for my city, and that's just how it gotta be. Skinny young boy from New York, hope you proud of me. I'm representing for my city, never cowardly. Can't you tell by the aura that's surrounding me? I was born here and I was raised here. May travel to many places, but my history stays here. About hip-hop, the birthplace is here. I'ma toast to it. Now let's say cheers. If you didn't know, it is only the beginning. Put a little of New York in everything I ever been in. Hailing from the boogie down, and that is where I'm living. And the city never sleeps. Look at all the love it's getting, and that's just how it goes. Catch me uptown, downtown, spending dough. Don't act like you don't know. This is where I'm from, and you know we don't play that. So you know what I mean every time that I say that. I got love for my city. Yeah, I got that love for my city. Love for my city. Yeah, I got that love for my city. Hot in the summer, in the winter like a freezer. The city never sleeps, so I don't sleep either. Love for my city. Yeah, I got that love for my city.
I'm from New Bronx City, so you know I'm gritty. Haters try to hate, but I got love for my city. Even out of towners wanna be king of New York. Haters try to stunt, but I got love for New York. Big city, big dreams, we some penny, no lean. Styling white tees, rock Yankee fitteds with Timbs. The root for the Knicks, even though they never win. Cause real New York Knicks stay loyal to the end. Melo needs some help, I swear he the new Ewing. I'm a young OG, you see me in my new Ewing. I'm so New York, I'm so New York. The way I walk and talk, you know it's New York. See the eccentric, that's where hip hop was born. Since Kool Herc's the father, I gotta be the son. I spit it for Grandmaster Caz and Big Pun. Can't forget KRS-One and my bro, my song. Salute.
Love for my city. Yeah, I got that love for my city. Love for my city. Yeah, I got that love for my city. Hot in the summer, in the winter like a freezer. The city never sleeps, so I don't sleep either. Love for my city. Yeah, I got that love for my city.
Never needed no help, did it all by myself. Let it say that I'm hot shit, I pop shit, oh well. I was down, I was booted, wanted more, had to prove it. I just be weighing my options, fake like can't see who my ops is. Never needed no help, did it all by myself. Let it say that I'm hot shit, I pop shit, oh well. I was down, I was booted, wanted more, had to prove it. I just be weighing my options, fake love, can't see who my ops is. I just run up a bag, had to get off my ass. Done with excuses, she love when I do it, when I leave, she be mad. Lifestyle can match, till my time came fast. This game is ruthless, they picking and choosing. I had to stay low in the bag. They own me, they fiending, can't give them no reason. My trip so bad for things like this.
All right. Blessings on top of blessings, everybody. We are in the building. I'm sorry, so sorry. Today was a bad day technically, and we had some technical difficulties today. And so the camera, the system, the StreamYard malfunctioned. And so I had to use another system. So that's why you don't see my face today. But I figured I needed to come on anyway because, I am dedicated to this. No matter what, happens, technically, I will still work to try to be here on a regular basis. So Zamila is letting us know about the numbers up in Bliss, New York. And she says the numbers are going down. Everyone we are bringing in the military to help because we're short of staff. Wow, that's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that. That's not good, but that's good that the numbers are going down. Love for my small town Bliss. Love for the city I work in, Rochester. Wow. Yeah, definitely got love for up there, man. Spoiled princess with a heart. How's it going out there where you're at? How's it going out there in your town? You're in North Carolina. Let me know how it's going in your town. And Beverly is in Harlem, so we already know what's going on in your town. Nita, let us know what's going on in your town with the numbers, uh, the COVID numbers. Is it going down? I guess it's going down everywhere. It's important that we take this thing seriously, and take the proper precautions to protect yourself. uh, don't be Well, you know what, I can't say that. I can't say don't be a fool, because there are people that are really serious about not taking the shot, and so I have to stay neutral and say that everyone has their own opinion on what they want to do with their life. And so I digress. All right. Spoiled Princess with a Heart says Baltimore's numbers are going down. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Beverly, how is it going over there? I mean, down where you are in Harlem, is it the numbers going up? Have you heard anything over there, Beverly? Let us know. Let us know what the situation is. So we usually kind of keep track of what's going on this channel, giving you up to date information about the COVID situation. And I'm sure they'll tag something on the bottom of my thing here on my platform stating uh, COVID or whatever the case may be. But that's fine. That's fine. It is what it is. We'll do what we got to do. Zamila says wear mask everywhere. Yeah. Well, I think that's real important. I think that we do that because we really don't know what's ahead of us, and I think that we just need to stay focused on a lot of that stuff. A lot of people have passed away due to COVID, and I don't know. Maybe I should have a bunch of people that have had, people that have passed away on the platform, so that I guess people can actually see what's actually happening. Get it live and direct. Tell it like it really is. Yes, definitely glad for that. And I'm glad that it changed its direction in North Carolina. I mean, I'm sorry, Baltimore, where you're at. That's a good thing. Beverly says they are slowly going down in Harlem as well. Wow, that's great. That's great. Let's go over to Facebook and then let's find out over there and see what you guys are thinking about this situation. Um, Again, it's a terrible, terrible time, and we have to think smart and think uh, safe and try to make the right moves. I know I have another page. If you guys would like to be a part of the um, members only page, that page is a part of Facebook, and that page will be utilized for information that will help if you're in the New York area, if you're looking for vouchers, if you're looking for information that pertains to people that organizations that pay your rent. uh, we also help out the homeless. If you are homeless and uh, if you're in the New York City area and you're homeless and you're looking for an apartment or you're looking to get into a shelter, hit me up on my email address, which should be, um, I should have had it in on the bottom here, but yes, we definitely uh, we help in all different areas giving information to people. This is a trying time, and we really need to help each other. So when you come to this channel, understand this is like kind of a family, and this is where you can come and know that your words are heard. You can express yourself, your feelings, and we do allow people to come up on the platform when the cameras are working. And from that point on, you can actually express yourself and let us know what are some of your concerns. Yes, Spoiled Princess said, "Don't let the number of droppings go to your head." That's definitely a fact, because there's definitely a fact that it's a possibility that there might be another one coming right behind this one. So we all have to take you know precautions. Beverly, what is going on down there in Harlem? Is there a lot of crime in Harlem? Um, is there a lot of crime in Maryland, where you're at, Spoiled Princess with a Heart? Is there a lot? Has the crime gone up in your areas? Yeah, Zamila. Zamila, is there a lot of crime in your area in Bliss? I know that there's a lot of farms and country, you know, uh, atmospheres out there. Is there a lot of crime in that area too as well? Let us know, and we can find out where Nita's at. We have some people in different areas, different countries, and different states. So let us know, chime in, and let us know what's going on in your neck of the woods. And while you're doing that, I'm just gonna put my background music on, if you don't mind. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man, look at this. Beverly says Harlem keeps crimes. That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't even know why I even asked that question, right? It's self-explanatory. They keep crimes all the time. Nita's out in she's in Georgia, north of Georgia, and she says yes, the numbers are going down in ATL, um, REM, and she says I'm further north Georgia. We have military assistance in our hospital. The new station has had some military workers speaking on camera. They are happy to assist. Okay, well, you know what? If I can get one of them on camera, I'll definitely love that. I don't know. I'll give them my number and have them call me if you see any of them, and maybe they can come on camera and give us an idea of what their feelings about it is. Well, Princess with a Heart says it's gone up a lot. Lots of fire been set. A lot of fire has been set. Yeah, and shootings as well. Wow. And that's where you are. You're out there in Maryland. So, okay, got you. Okay, so Rochester. That's where my boys Griselda lives at. You ever heard of the rap group Griselda? Yeah, yeah, they're friends of mine up there. They're doing their thing. They've definitely actually Griselda just got a record deal on the majors for 1.5 million, and so that'll be a very good thing to see. Snoop Dogg has taken over Def Jam, and and so he is the head, the HNIC, and so we shall see what he does for the culture. Also, Papoose has come out with his new music. You got to check him out. Papoose is an OG from back in the days. He went through a lot of different situations where, he was signed by Oh man, let me get that name. It's right on my the tip of my tongue. Well, the guy that's let me look it up real quick because you know what, this guy actually has COVID and he's been in I want to give him big him up because um, he has been struggling in with COVID. I think he has the ventilator in. All right, y'all. You know what it is. I cannot get that name right now, but you know what? Special shout outs to Papoose. Papoose and his music. He's definitely doing his thing right now, so definitely check him out. Um, Zamila Williams says only work in Rochester, never go out to clubs, so I don't know them. Okay, got you. Just I was just wondering. Um, Zamila says crime in Rochester is so bad. Bliss has drug problems. Oh boy, yeah, yeah. That that's what happens when you're in these small towns. These small towns, that are kind of away from the big cities. They seem to do a lot of get more. They're bored. They don't have nothing to do, so they're doing a lot of drugs. So yeah. So our prayers go up for them. You know, Prayers definitely go up. For them and what they do. Um, let's see if I get everybody here. I want to make sure. I got a couple of things in my way. Oh, let's see. Okay, so Spoiled Princess says that they're breaking into these small machines, the ATMs. Oh wow, that's see, I think like I said, I did a show about what's going on in Manhattan where people are actually doing a lot of stealing and they're going into stores and they're actually taking stuff out and security can't do anything about it. Do you understand me? Hold on one second. Alexa, turn off air conditioning. So the thing is that people are going into these stores and they're coming out and they're walking out with stuff and they don't even care. And I went into the store and I asked one of the people today, I think, and they were telling me that they're not going to approach anybody. They're not going to approach anybody because people are angry, people are mad, people are going through situations and stuff, and I believe it. Because nobody knows what direction we're going. Nobody knows what's next. Nobody knows what's going to happen with socializing. You know, is it going to be just us being online like this? Is this what we come to? Nita says, "Yeah, we're still wearing masks. Uh, yes, we're still masking up, being very careful. I was a germaphobe before COVID, so I'm worse now. Oh my God, that's a situation there. Poor husband. Is there another word for it now? Mm. Well, I know one thing. I feel sorry for your husband, boy, because I know you driving him crazy, cleaning up behind. Boy, carjackings here in Rochester. All right, yes, I that's gone up. Yeah, it's you got to be careful, getting in and out of your car. And I want to do actually a segment on some safety tips for you ladies and you men or you people that go into your cars, so that you can have the utmost uh, protection for yourself because things are getting very bad now. Did Michael Rappaport really witness? What do you mean, did he witness? Is he a Jehovah Witness? Or did Michael, last I seen Michael Rappaport, he was in the hospital with COVID. If that's the same Rappaport that I think you're talking about. Yeah, Zamila says you got air conditioner on, you hot blooded. Yeah, well, see, you know what it is? I like air. You know what I mean? I don't have the freezing part on where it's the chill, but I have the air coming in. And that kind of brings that nice fresh air in and so that's what I got going on. Okay. Continue. A man stealing out of Walgreens with a security guard standing there watching. You did. Wow. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's going crazy out here. I'm telling you, this is a whole new situation we're dealing with right now. You people better really, really figure it out because if you don't figure it out, you're going to be lost. Anyway, listen, I got the three songs up that I wanted to put up. Shout out to Yonkers First Lady, Shantae, Goldilocks. Special shout outs to Les Love out there. It's Sean Ski, Ernest Dublin, uh, all these people in the chat. We have at least 200 people over on IG. 200. Oh my. Oh wow. I didn't know that. Okay, Bernadette McNair. I'm sorry, not Bernadette. Bernard McNair. Shout outs to you. Tyrone Barge is in the building. Why yo? Yonkers is in the building. Yeah, so I had some technical difficulties today, people, and I had to keep the show going on, and the stream that I was using is probably down. So I don't know what the situation is. I pay my money. They better have it up. I'm not going for it. Let me speak to your supervisor. Yes, I couldn't do my show because you guys messed me up. Yes, I'm going to complain. I'm going to cause a ruckus. Trust me, when I get off this thing, it's on and popping. But as we grow, and we've been at this thing for a while now. We've passed 100 videos, and we grow to be a little bit bigger. We try to reach out to people that are in the background and kind of pull them forward and allow them to be a part of what we have going on. uh, we try to have positive information. Sometimes it's not always positive. Sometimes it can be um, very shocking. But listen, this is like it really is, and I'm trying to give you the most uh, factual information from my perspective. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. So if you can, go over to YouTube and hit smash, hammer that like button and also that notification button. And trust me, you'll be the first person to actually um, check out these videos as they come up. Nita says the shoplifting was videotaped. Yeah, well, like I said, we're in a new era, a new time, and they're going to have to figure it out because I think, and what I was told today is that the police officers, they don't want to arrest. Well, they're not arresting people because when they go to jail, they come right back out again. So what I'm thinking is that the police department is purposely, they're stopping, a lot of arrest because they feel like they're going to either they're going to be on camera and they're going to get ridiculed. And so now it leaves us in a dangerous situation, right? And so you see all these shootings and you see all this stuff, people that have shot people in that, and they get out on bail or they get out. It's a lot going on, you know. Jamila says, yes, and Beverly says, hello, Instagram. Yes, we have 200 people over there on Instagram. Um, I have two different pages over there, and I have to fix those pages. I have two Instagram pages, and I have to fix them, but I will. Jamila says, gun is not as strong as the police, but will stun the hell out of anyone. You, okay, okay. All right. Are you talking about stun guns? I don't know. Maybe so. Maybe so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, anyway, listen, we try to do some positive things here, and we try to support the local brands and the local organizations and the local businesses that are in our area and that are sometimes in other parts of the state. And so there's a young man that's called Merrick Ward. I'm sure you've seen this video plenty of times, but I play his video because I want to let you know, if you're looking for someone to do some videography, or you're looking for someone to take some pictures, quality pictures, check out my friend. He's good. He's got some really good stuff. Let's take a minute. Let's check him out. We'll be right back right after this.
Hi, I am Kia.
And this is Merrick. This is Merrick.
You pointed at me.
And this is Merrick. This is Merrick.
Hi guys, I'm Kia.
And I'm Merrick.
And we are with MK Photography and Marketing Design. Today we want to talk to you about personal branding and why you need us. A lot of people ask, what is a branding shoot?
Personal branding photography is a way that our clients get their personal story out to their customers. Most small businesses don't realize the importance of quality photography and videos. Why don't you explain the difference between branding photography and just a regular photo shoot?
A regular photo shoot would be more like just headshots, professional headshots. When you start talking about a branding session, and I said session because we do photos and videography. It gives more details about who you are, and it's able to set your brand apart further than just a headshot.
Yeah, it allows you to connect with your customer as a business owner.
Here are the top 5 reasons that you should book MK Photography for a branding session.
The first reason is that it allows you to tell your story of who you are as a business owner.
Join me for a full candle making experience.
Tell your story of who you are as a business owner.
Branding sessions can include lifestyle images. It's more creative shots in your workspace or environment, and it can be used on your social media accounts, your websites, and across all of your marketing platforms. We're looking for entrepreneurs and small business owners that want to level up their brand and connect to their target market so that they can grow their business. Numero 2. That ain't right? How do you say it?
Numero dos.
Numero dos.
Dos.
Number 2. Number 2 is connect with your clients. By sharing your likes, interests, and even your challenges, it can help your clients relate and connect to you. I'm Kia from Team No Excuses. I get to see what you like, what you don't like. I get to feel your energy through your images.
And people are more inclined to spend with you if they connect with who you actually are.
As a person, not just a business.
Business, right, exactly. Number 3, to number 3. It also allows you to separate yourself from the other business owners.
So, for example, with our photography business, MK Photography, we have an experience. And so we like to showcase the MK experience if you book a photo shoot with us. So we like to use our branding videos and pictures to show the experience that we give that you won't find with other photographers. So when I say use your brand image to showcase your experience, your uniqueness, it's just a way that sets you apart.
Number 4 is it'll help elevate your brand recognition. And
by having a consistent look, clients will be able to recognize your brand and know that you are going to provide a quality product or service.
you want your customer to see that you're different from other business owners. And branding shoots allows just that. You don't want to just be a cookie cutter business. You want to be unique, authentic.
You need to use your brand imagery to showcase that.
When people come to us, they enjoy us.
Is it just me? No, they enjoy us.
Yeah, Kia kind of brings them out of their comfort zone. You warm them up, and it gives me more time to perfect the shots.
It's kind of like show and tell for your business. Like if you have something that's unique, special, awesome, and just incredibly amazing about your business, you want people to see it. So you want to tell it. So tell these great things about you through your images.
And number 5.
When you invest the time and the resources to make sure that what you're putting forth to your clients is the best. Make your first impression your best impression. So what I mean by that, versus having a cell phone picture on your page.
Oh man. How often do you see small businesses presenting themselves with cell phone pictures?
So in my personal opinion, if I see that a business that I'm looking at and the first thing that I see is a whole bunch of bad quality images, I may move over to the next one. So imagine going to a hairdresser who has a fix.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what I get when I look at that. So just, it makes you look like you're really about your business and professional. When opportunity comes and knocks, say for instance, a reporter wants to do a story on you. You're a speaker and they ask you to present an image, a magazine calls. You need to have these images ready.
Right.
One of the things that I personally don't like is to be on a flyer with a whole bunch of people that have nice professional headshots, and then you have one that you have your selfie. So it showcases you in a professional way.
Right. So it's the same thing as when Kia first met me. My first impression was like, she was like, bow. I was like, boom.
Ooh, you trying to get some cookie points.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing as you meeting someone for the first time. Your first impression is always the most impressive.
So wow your clients. That's number 5. Is that it allows you to wow your clients off the gate.
Exactly.
So, and that is 5 reasons that you should book us for your branding session. So notice that I just said branding session because we do photo shoots and video. So you can actually come and get a branding video session if you need it. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. Click on the link and we'll get back to you. We like to sit down and talk to our customers about how we can help them.
To brand it with quality photos and video.
You always trying to kiss me. How about you do it to that one? Let's kiss here.
All right. So again, come check us at MK Photography and Marketing.
Peace out. Till the next time.
All right, all right, all right. Okay. So, whew, that was a long one, wasn't it? But you know what? It's a good to be supportive of my brothers, my sisters out there that are trying to do something positive. And so I thank everyone for all of the support that you've given thus far. And, in my journey, as I go through this process, you know, I can't do it alone. I have to do it with people like you, people that are supportive. And so kudos go out to you guys, and we appreciate it. Zamira, you take it easy. Don't you go and get yourself hurt up out there in that storm. They'll be we'll be in contact with you. Thank you, thank you. Definitely we'll be in contact with you. Make sure you make it there and without a problem. But we do appreciate you all the time. Listen, smash that like button, y'all. Take a moment and smash that like button for me. I appreciate it. And if you're on Facebook, you're if you can go over to YouTube and just press on the video, and because I'm not going to get credit from here. I'm not going to get credit from Facebook, but I'll get credit from YouTube. All right, y'all. Listen, you remember one thing that we have to understand about people: we have to be grateful and we have to be thankful, and that's very, very important. Before I go, I want to I know I'm going to be get a strike for this one, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyway because it's my sister. She has a brand of fingernail polish that's out right now, and Bernadette Thompson from Yonkers as well. I'm telling you, all of these people come from Yonkers, right? So there's talent in Yonkers, right? So she is worked with the likes of Mary J. Blige and Cardi B, Haley Berry, to name a few of artists that she's done for their fingernails. She is blown up in the industry. Now she has a section in Jay-Z's book. She will be coming up here again, and she will be doing an interview with us. So we spoke to her. She'll be tapping in once she gets back into town again. All about timing. But take a look at her stuff, and we'll be right back. And we're going to end this, y'all. You already know what it is. It's the Like It Really Is morning, not the morning show, but it's Like It Really Is with your friend Mo. I'll be right back.
Come for the zoo, pull off a certain, come set the mood. You come like sunshine, come.
You already know, you already know, you already know what it is. It is about that time. Um, I want everyone to have a blessed evening. Once again, let me just say this real quick, right? We as a people, we have to work together as a team. The only way that we're going to be able to make it to the next level is if we have teamwork, right? And teamwork makes the dream work. This platform is a little bit intense for me because I am the main controller here at the helm. Everything that you guys do on the outside is so much of a blessing, and I appreciate everything that you guys do for my platform, keeping it up, making sure people come in doing the right thing. And believe me, I'm grateful and thankful for all of that you have done. All of you people that are all the way in the back that's not saying nothing and that are watching this program, um, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and Support us. We got a lot of stuff ahead, but we can't do it without you. We can't do it without you. So be there for us, and we'll be there for you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Like It Really Is with Maurice. I am your host. Thank you, Spoiled Princess with a Heart. Thank you, Beverly. Thank you, Nita. And thank you, Zamila. Thank you again, Les Love. And again, Ernest Dublin. And again, Bernard McNair. And my boy out there in Yonkers. Special shout out to him in the building. All blessings. Tyrone Barge, yes. Blessings to you all. And I hope you all have a great evening. I'll see you again on Friday at 8 p.m. We come on Mondays and Fridays at 8 p.m. Blessings on top of blessings. You see my people in the chat wishing you all a good night. And, you know, that's what we do here. Show that love. That's what we do here. Show that love. All right, y'all. Be grateful and be thankful. This is my boy, also out of YO. And, you know, I try to keep it in the family, you know, because these are people I know. And welcome to my world. This is Like It Really Is. This is Mo, Bamboo, AK, Maurice. I'm here. I'm out.
Salute, kid. Always. Always thankful and grateful. Let me stay blessed. You heard? I'm so blessed. So are you. Yeah. I love myself, I love my life, I love my kids, I love my wife, I'm positive, I try to do what's right. I respect darkness, but rather live in light. Yo, I love my fam, I love my mom, I love my community, I love God, I love unity. He died for you and me. I'll always be thankful and grateful. Wouldn't you be? Sing it, Queen. Me too. Say what? Always. Always thankful and grateful. Stay blessed.
Okay. All right. All right. You caught me in the act. I just wanted to come and say I apologize for the technical difficulties for today. You know, this camera did not work, and now it's all of a sudden working. And we just wanted to say thank you for tuning in under these conditions. We'll get it together. Until next time, peace. I was about to do Soul Train. Anyway, peace and love, y'all. Y'all have a great one, all right? We'll see you next time on our show. Have a great day. Take care.